Yo, what is good? My anniversary. What is good? Yo. Guys, the Misfit Demon, the King. Um, I'm actually really interested in seeing where all of this can go at the end of the day, because not only has this show been relatively interesting in the regards of how they're pushing forward this man's ability, this man's strength, man. Like, holy. I think it's safe to say, like I've said before, or I said in my very first video, or for the title, he's the most OP demon we've ever seen so far. Not only did he go and fight where there was no time, that practically, or like he was in a place where time and space kind of can't do anything. Like, he started to literally rewind time, and because of it, the guardian of time shows up and wants to put a stop to him. And that's not even enough, right? Like, someone who whole purpose is to stop people from doing what he just did was defeated without even really pushing him to a state where he was, afraid that he was going to lose, right? It's those types of things that get me really excited to see what's going to pop off. Not only that, it's crazy to me to think that so much detail went into why the sisters were the way they were, and then by giving us, the full explanation as of why, him fixing it within no time also kind of showcases just the power that he has at his fingertips, and how much he's going to continue to, just excel and continue to be on top of whatever he actually needs to be on top of when it comes down to either saving, protecting, or attacking. He had someone pretty much attacking and going after the weak the whole time in the fight, when that was just his way to create an opening on our main character, and even that opening wasn't close to being enough to try to destroy him. Hence, the person who attacked this week's episode, who supposedly did the spell that would have made this girl not exist anymore, pretty much summed it up in the case of, when we hear how it's all done, I'm pretty sure we can all tell that there was something about it that was off. Just her not, she didn't exist all this time and all that stuff. Like, something was really off about it. I couldn't put my finger what until that guy shows up talking about, oh, you are the Demon King and this and that, but I can't allow you to do this. Like, he straight up played dumb the whole time, or because of the memories that are supposedly put into him, he has to act this way, because he's pretty much forced to follow the Demon King, who's supposed to be the Demon King at this moment. You just have to listen and obey. So it was pretty obvious that that could be his out, like his reason to do what he did. And if it is, we'll just get to see how long that lasts when it comes down to actually giving us a better explanation than just, oh yeah, my bad, I was being controlled out from an outside source and I couldn't do anything about it, because clearly it sounded like he knew quite a bit more than he let on previously. But what we know for a fact is 2,000 or 200,000 years ago, he knows that supposedly the Demon King fled, right? Like, he fled from his battle. He didn't even, he didn't fight and this and that, but yet he said he didn't even remember anything about the Demon King. So there's already some interesting little small details that have been mentioned to us to kind of give us a reason to know more about these characters than even the Demon King supposedly knows, right? So that's another interesting part I'm definitely looking forward to, is who can be even capable of giving him a fight, and who is capable of, doing anything at the level that he has just done. He straight up just went into a place where time itself doesn't even really exist and just obliterate, right? Like, he completely destroyed everything up in there while still, not having, like, he was in an area where time, space, and all that stuff is kind of obsolete, besides to the people who are actually involved with making it that way. So by rewinding time and making it so the essence that they have built up for 15 years becomes the essence that they used back in the past while they're still fetuses, it gives them the chance to both live for the rest of the remainder of the show, unless some other problems arise. But for now, they should be able to make it in the show without any problem and be able to chill and whatnot. So that was a pretty cool way of seeing that he cares to such a degree that these are the people he's going to do it all for, right? Like, there's no really stopping him from protecting these girls, and because of that, he's going to put it all on the line every time for them, which is really cool to see, because being a Demon King, you usually are known for being heartless and soulless and taking lives and eating humans, but this Demon King definitely has a really nice heart, and I think it comes all the way back from when he met the heroes that supposedly he kind of just gave up and let them win, to just see where he would come back from years and years after of his resurrection, which took over 200,000 years to happen. So I'm really interested in seeing what has happened with all this time and what other people have been up to, because clearly not if one demon could come up and do all this stuff by himself and figure out, how to manipulate time and how to almost even be capable of taking out your own, your lord that you probably never thought you would be able to take out, all this different type of stuff. Imagine what other ones have done that are continuously, researching and looking for more reason to actually still get stronger. So Misfit is not that far into its whole entire story, but at the end of the day, I am enjoying what I'm seeing so far. I definitely didn't want either of the girls to disappear. More or less, I wanted the girl who kept wanting to be rejected. I wanted her to go, if anything, but after learning that everything she was doing was so she could be rejected, and that was the only way that her spell would work, it makes a lot more sense why she was so adamant at attacking her but not actually killing her, to the point where she would supposedly need to hate her and be able to move forward from there. So it makes a whole lot more sense why she was acting the way she did, especially when she was brought back to her senses, or lost the duel and had to be under the control of the Demon King, to then all of a sudden still breaking that spell to cause trouble at the end of the day was interesting, and it didn't make sense on how she could do it until we got a little bit more explanation, and we got to see a whole lot more what's actually going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. So definitely interested in seeing where this story's going to go at the end of the day. Not only that, everything we've seen so far doesn't even feel like it scratched the surface of what our character, what our Demon King is either capable of, or maybe this did scratch a lot of the surface and this is about as much as he can do and maybe more. So we'll definitely see what the heck he's got up his sleeves for the rest of the show, because as of right now, man, he is super deadly, and I think it's easy to say that if he wants certain things to pop off, it's gonna happen, right? Like, certain things are not only gonna pop off, they're going to pretty much destroy whoever needs to be destroyed and in their way. And that's what I truly love about this guy, is he's going to push forward the narrative the way he sees fit, and there's not much anybody in the whole entire living world or demon world or wherever the heck they are can do about it, seemingly, because of just how powerful he is, man. Just how ridiculous he is with his skills and whatnot. Goes to show you that nobody is touching him until they reach a level of his power, and even then, he still already has gotten, this sword from his palace back, and he's got the Chaos Scepter, which I think he has to give to achieve his perfect score. But regardless of that, if he keeps the Chaos Scepter, he's just even that much more powerful. So we'll see how all this turns out. I definitely want to hear what you guys are thinking, what you guys are, if you guys are liking the show, disliking it, whatever the case may be. Let me know in the comments. I definitely would love to hear from y'all and to see if this is something you guys are even entertained with anymore, or if you guys like anymore, because like I've said before, this channel is pretty much as much mine as it is your guys's, so I like to put things on here that we can all enjoy, not that, I don't want to just be sitting here, oh yeah, I love this, I love this, I love this, and then none of you guys even watch the show that I'm watching or talking about. That would be kind of dumb, but regardless, I know a lot of shows are like that I mostly watch that a lot of people don't, and that's another reason why people come to the channels, because they could talk about whatever show I'm talking about, and if it's something that doesn't get all that much attention, at least someone's talking about it, right? So I hope you guys definitely have a good one. I am looking forward to getting more videos out to you guys, and just having more anime drop in general as well. So if you know any shows that are about to be heat and fire, let your boy know, and I will definitely try to record as much as I can and see just how many shows I will be talking about at the end of the days, man, because on Fridays I had like 5 shows come out, man. 5 shows. So I won't be surprised if around that same amount of number comes out on other days, because it's just how anime is, and that's why I want to be able to talk about all of them and not just be focused on one. So with all that being said, everybody, take care, have an awesome one, and I'll talk to you sooner than later. Peace.